In a shocking twist, a 7-point plan to reinstate Donald J. Trump as president was handed out at the CPAC. And according to this plan, Donald Trump could be reinstated as president in days, not years. Could this be the greatest comeback of all time? This is Mr. Obvious, and today on the internet, I want to talk about this story which came out over the weekend. You see, a CPAC attendee sent prominent journalists a picture of a card that was handed out about a 7-point plan to restore Donald J. Trump, which involves removing Biden and Harris. Now, I'm just going to say right here that I do not think this 7-point plan is entirely realistic. However, there is actually something to the idea of a way that Trump could actually oust the current politicians. We're going to talk about that, folks, as well as a creepy leak of documents from the Biden administration's plan to go door to door trying to get people to get vaccinated. Here on Zero Hedge, ignore no soliciting signs. Use your script. Vaccine door knocking documents revealed. We're going to go over this, folks, as well as like this creepy tweet from the FBI. You have to see it. But before we do, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, smash a bell button so that you can get updates for more content, and share this video with your family and friends if you think I do a good job in bringing you the things that matter. I'm gonna jump over to Andrew Sullender on Twitter. A Forbes reporter covering politics, etc., calls himself a doggo dad. Kinda cringe, bro. Now, he goes on Twitter and he posts the following card. It says, 7-point plan to restore Donald J. Trump in days, not years. But check this out. I'm gonna go to line 4. If, for example, the midterms can be won by Republicans and they could take back the House, it is conceivable that Donald J. Trump could be elected as Speaker of the House. Now, this 7-point plan actually mentions this, and the important part is, if Biden and Harris are both impeached, then the next person in the line of succession would be Donald Trump, if he was Speaker of the House. This is actually true. Now, how realistic is this scenario? Well, if you ask me, not likely. However, possible. Joe Biden, for example, I believe 100% should be impeached. He's a career politician with a long history of corruption, profiteering, and kind of just unethical behavior. For example, Obama's former ethics chief, I believe, recently came out and condemned Joe Biden and the White House for brokering the selling of a painting done by Hunter Biden. In other words, Hunter Biden made a painting, the White House helped him sell it for a lot of money. That is a big, unethical no-no. But there's much more than that. The Hunter Biden laptops expose a lot of corruption. A lot of this is confirmed. There are pictures of Joe Biden standing with foreigners involved in business deals with Hunter Biden. This is a fact. Joe Biden has never been punished for this. I believe that Republicans have a strong case to actually impeach him in the future. Kamala Harris, I'm not so sure. There's no evidence of corruption on her part. There's a lot of allegations, but there you go. In other news, I want to show you the creepy script that has been leaked online talking about how to convince people to get vaccinated. Here on Zero Hedge, it says, in preparation for the coming campaign, Lane County, Illinois has published helpful hints for volunteers taking part in their community health ambassador outreach door-knocking project to increase COVID vaccine acceptance. Talk about a mouthful. Wow. Basically, they're gonna go door to door trying to convince people to take vaccines, which is soliciting, mind you. Now let's take a look at this document. I have the official lanecounty.gov document here, and it basically goes over helpful tips in order to do this door knocking project, and there's a few things that stick out. Here, for example, inform, don't convince. Your job is to equip the person at the door with the information/resources they need to make an informed decision about their health. You are not trying to convince anyone to do something they don't want to do. See, I take a problem with this. The entire purpose of this campaign, well, it's got multiple purposes. One, they're trying to convince people to take the vaccine. That is soliciting. And they're making a list of people who get the vaccine and want to get the vaccine and who don't. That's very concerning to me. It is extremely concerning when the government is going around door to door like the Gestapo to find out if you're a good thinker or a wrong thinker. Now, this is what really sticks out to me. Ignore no soliciting signs. You are not soliciting. You're offering critical information and resources. What you are doing is not illegal. I take problem with that. Soliciting has nothing to do with selling. Here, for example, if we look up the definition of solicitation, noun, the act of soliciting, entreaty, urging, or importunity, a petition or request, enticement or allurement. That's what I believe this is. It's basically enticing people to do something, to make a medical decision, and I argue that this isn't ethical because people need to talk to their doctors if they want to make an informed medical decision. The people going door to door, they aren't doctors. They aren't medical professionals. They are volunteers who may sometimes be doctors, but most won't. They are volunteers going around trying to tell people what to do medically. Oh, yes, they frame it as we're just going to inform people. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. I think we all get it. This is what really concerns me. Report on your work. Be sure to fill out the door-knocking spreadsheet with the counts of who still needs a vaccine, who is already vaccinated, who needs more info, etc. This is important information that the health department is relying on. Could this be the real purpose of this campaign? To write down everybody who hasn't taken the vaccine? And I find it very disingenuous the way this is written. Spreadsheets with the counts of who still needs a vaccine. Why is the default assumption that everybody needs this? Some people are at higher risk when it comes to vaccine side effects. There are people who have been adversely affected. Some a little bit more than others. I've been seeing that one of the potential side effects is heart inflammation, which can be extremely dangerous. Now, not everyone is at risk. Some people are better off with the vaccine. Some people are better off just, making an informed decision with their doctor. But the fact that they're writing people down and making this list of who's been naughty and nice, checking it twice, that, my friends, is Orwellian. And speaking of Orwellian nightmares, we have to talk about this recent extremely creepy tweet from the FBI. Here on the FBI's Twitter page, it says, family members and peers are often best positioned to witness signs of mobilization to violence. Help prevent homegrown violent extremism. Visit go.usa.gov/x6mjf to learn how to spot suspicious behaviors and report them to the FBI. Hashtag national security. Wow. Wow. Literal thought police. Report your families and friends if you notice anybody posting Pepe memes and going on 4chan. Oh.
The post on 4chan uses a profile picture of what appears to be the Grinch in a mask holding a gun.
This is literally the scariest thing that I've seen from our government lately, and I've been seeing a lot of very scary things. My friends, they are literally creating thought police to come after people, to let me calm down here. Not only is the government going around knocking on doors, demanding people a vaccine and influencing their medical decisions without a doctor, mind you. Not only is the FBI going around on Twitter telling people, report your family and friends if you notice any suspicious behaviors. What does that mean? What if, for example, you are in a family, you are conservative as a son, and then you have a sister who's a raging feminist, liberal, super woke, super crazy, and then you talk about, hey, I like guns, I support gun ownership. So the sister's like, oh my God, he's a psychopath. He's gonna do something terrible. I'm gonna call the FBI because he's pro-gun. Then the FBI shows up to your house, they raid you. This is thought police. This is 1984. This is what George Orwell warned us about. Insane, suspicious behaviors that could be literally anything. And what about left-wingers? What about Antifa? What about Black Lives Matter? I guarantee you the FBI is not investigating the left. They don't investigate Antifa. People who literally burnt down entire cities, committed crime, committed violence. Why the double standard? We are living in a banana republic, completely screwed up. But that, my friends, is pretty much the story. Look, I don't think Trump is going to become president through some crazy Speaker of the House process. I think that's stretching it too much. But with the way things are going with Joe Biden and the Democrats and government organizations, I can definitely say that if Trump runs again, and I hope he does, in 2024, I believe Trump will win in a massive landslide. Because the things happening right now with our government are absolutely insane. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? As always, support the channel by joining me on Patreon or Subscribestar. This channel is currently not monetized. It relies on viewers like you to survive. I'm doing what I can to restore the standing of this channel. I can't guarantee anything because right now, basically telling the truth is banned. You're not allowed to have opinions. You're not allowed to say certain things. This is 1984, folks. But they can never stop you from sharing the video. So share the video and defeat the madness. It's really that simple. Anyhow, thanks for watching. This has been Mr. Obvious, signing off, and I'll see you all next time.